Hello Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is Melissa with Enchanted Emerald bringing you your love reading today for the week of August 19th through the 26th, 2021. Before we get started, as always, if you haven't yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button below so that you're in the know of all of the new fantastic content as it is released. As always, I use the traditional Rider-Waite deck. And as I tap into your energy here, I just want to say that I'm feeling as though this is going to be a week for you where you're going to feel as though things aren't quite justified. You're looking for fairness and equality, and in the end, you may end up feeling as though you'd like to take a break, so to speak, okay, from someone or something, okay? So I do feel as we tap into here the first couple of days today, the 19th and 20th, Thursday, Friday, we have the Two of Wands accompanied with the Four of Pentacles. I had to do a little switchy there. And with this, I really feel as though what I'm hearing is that song by Backstreet Boys, Quit Playing Games with My Heart. I do feel as though you're maybe feeling as though someone is wasting your time, and I feel like there is somebody that you have some unresolved conflict with. I feel that it's time to squash the beef, so to speak, okay? And I feel that this is an unresolved conflict due to a low blow this person may have taken in the past, where they knew that they were going to strike while the iron was hot, so to speak. They knew that they were going to say something that was going to hit you while you were down, and they knew it would bug you. It was something that you were already self-conscious about, and so they said that. And now it's just kind of like fallen by the wayside. A conversation may not have necessarily taken place per se. You might have apologized to each other, but now it's just kind of lingering and it's bothering you. And so now I feel as though you don't necessarily feel as though that you are on equal footing, so to speak, in terms of building something. And so I think it's really important to be mindful as you do move forward, if you are going to have a conversation with this person, not to be accusatory and to make sure that you're sharing these burdens, okay, with one another. And I do feel that it's important to you to step into your power. And with that, I see the dragon. As we move into this weekend, the 21st, 22nd, Saturday, Sunday, we have three cards come out together: the Three of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Lovers, okay? Three of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, and the Lovers. So with this, I'm really feeling like this dragon comes in to help you kind of overcome some of these struggles. As you work through some of this, with this dragon, I'm feeling like there might be some pent-up anger kind of bubbling as a result of this. This can be not only this pent-up anger turning into maybe like some bubbling up and then tempers flaring once in a while over some stuff that isn't maybe as important as this issue where that had kind of hurt your feelings, and it's still kind of bubbling up there, and it kind of like lingers very low in your system. And then as things transpire, and then it's just like one little thing and boom, it bothers you, and then you say something, and then you kind of take a step back and it kind of boils down, and then it bubbles up again. And so it could even lead to this dynamic where if you are physically intimate with this person, where it's like, okay, good, makeup sex, and then everything's good again, right? And so I feel like it's important with this to channel this anger into a place where you're using your voice to feel heard, because when you're using that to allow this anger to bubble up, and then you're like lashing out at this person, you're not necessarily being heard, right? What you're doing is displaying anger. This person thinks that you're angry maybe about something that had happened, and you're really in actuality angry about something that's lingering within your heart center because you're upset and didn't feel as though you were validated, or there's an old hurt that's kind of lingering in your heart chakra that really needs to have, a little bit more validation and conversation and acknowledgement of, so that you can really release that. And whether you decide to do that in a conversation with that person or you decide to do that on your own, that's entirely up to you. If you feel like you can write a letter and then burn it and let go of that, that's good. If you feel like this person has been a repeat offender in which they have said that same thing to you over and over again because they know that that bothers you, then that's something that's said for, how this person respects you moving forward. You need to create a different boundary, one that they need not cross, right? And allow that to, get worse before it gets better in terms of you enforcing that boundary as well, so that they don't cross that. And I do feel like, the person that you could be having this conversation with, I feel like this person might not necessarily have, a very good work situation or a very settled home life. So I feel as though this person may not always see things as you do in terms of how you feel like your boundaries have been crossed. Maybe that's something that's been a little bit more of a normal situation growing up for this person, and so they don't always see those things. And so sometimes you always have to be the one pointing that out to them, and it's getting like a feeling where you're feeling old, like this is old, I have to keep repeating these things. But just be patient with this person because it's a learning process for them as well, and be mindful of that, okay? It's like learning to ride a bike. You have to do so with your training wheels at first before you really get your balance. And I feel like learning those lessons, that's how that person is learning a healthy relationship. And what a healthy relationship is through you, right? And so I feel that that's where, as these lessons start to present themselves a little bit more frequently, they will learn. It'll be more intense for them, right? If you are allowing yourself to hold that feeling in and not say anything, but only once in a while, then that person isn't really going to learn as well or as quickly as you would like them to. And so with that, I wish on like the horse spirit, and that's what's really going to truly like liberate them. See, that's a very representative of freedom, truly liberate them from that pattern or that dynamic, right? So moving into Monday, Tuesday, the 23rd, 24th, we have the Three of Wands with the King of Pentacles. And so with those, I'm really feeling as though there's someone that you really rely on, is like your ride or die in terms of like maybe a close friend or something like that is very down to earth. Maybe it's an earth sign that you rely on in terms of getting your guidance and helping you to figure things out, or to helping you gain clarity on the situation. And so that's what I really feel with that. I feel it's someone who's going to give you some guidance, someone you're going to have a conversation with, run the situation across, and get some advice from, and get like a plan moving forward. And so I feel as though you won't feel as stuck or as bound to this situation or how things are going as you feel at the beginning of this week. You feel maybe like things are a little bit heavier, and it might not feel so heavy as you move through that conversation with that person. You might get a little bit more of an advice and clarity and guidance, and understand, oh, okay, and then feel a little bit lighter going forward, knowing you have a plan, or knowing that you don't you're not as stuck as you think you are, I guess, is really what I'm saying with that, right? And so you're maybe not necessarily bound to that person either, that you have options, right? And so that's really why I feel like maybe you're looking for a fresh start, and maybe you're holding them to like really high moral standards, and that this person just isn't capable of that at this point in their life. And so you might be looking elsewhere for something totally different. And so I feel like it's important to be mindful as you move through that you have to be realistic with your expectations, because maybe your expectations as you move through that and start to look elsewhere, you might not even find your high standards. You might not even find that, you know what I mean, exactly what you're looking for as you move out into something else. So I guess that's that's really what I'm feeling with that, and I hope that that makes sense to you. Because I feel like it's a very very high standard for someone, and that it's almost like it's unrealistic, this standard that you're holding somebody to. And so just be mindful of that, because it's very limited in terms of finding somebody who hasn't been through some stuff or doesn't have room for improvement, because we're all works in progress, and so we're all human, and we're all having this human experience, and we're all here to learn and grow. And I think that that's something for you to be mindful of. As we move into Wednesday, Thursday, the 25th, 26th, we have the Ace of Wands with the Two of Swords. So with this, I'm really feeling as though you might be feeling like, man, this person's kind of putting a cramp in my style. You might be feeling like, you have someone in mind, and it's not your typical person that you would like be interested in. So it's not your usual type. And I'm specifically being drawn to the shoes. Maybe there was something particular about the shoes. Maybe they were like loud. Maybe they were like worn down. There was something about the shoes in particular. But either way, I feel like it's more like you're going to tiptoe in and save the day kind of feel, like a Cinderella type feel, right? Like the prince saves her, and then they find her shoe, the missing shoe, and so I feel like you're gonna decide, because with that Two of Swords you have to make a decision. I do feel as though you're gonna decide to give this person a go. You're gonna decide to give this situation a go, and I do feel like you would be maybe investing a little bit more than you would in terms of like trying to impress this person, maybe spending a little bit more money on this person than you ordinarily would for like a first date, or maybe spending more money on the clothes that you wear for the first date, or something to that effect. So I do think that it's important. I do feel that there is something about this person that is kind of being hidden or shielded. I feel like the word incognito. I feel like there's something being concealed from you. Like this person isn't going to present themselves to you exactly as they are. And so that's something to be mindful of as you move through it. I feel like you're intrigued though. It's more like a Scorpio type feel, right? Like they are very mysterious. And so kind of like coming up out of the water, just like hidden depths, great depths to them. I feel like there's amazing conversations to be had, and I just feel like the more time you spend with them, the more time you want to spend with them, because you're just having so much of a in-depth spiritual interaction with them as you have this conversation. And I love the feel of that. It's like water with water, and it feels good. The energy feels good with that. But just be mindful of how you move forward in terms of this person isn't going to reveal their full true authentic self to you only in time as you get to know each other. Okay? So overall advice, we have the Page of Swords, and then at the bottom of the deck, I want to say, was the Ace of Swords. Okay? So with the Page of Swords, I really feel Spirit is saying, listen, take a break if you need to take a break, right? If this all becomes too much, make sure that you're being mindful to not move too quickly through this. Because I do feel like, while you have a good idea of where this situation is heading, this relationship situationship is heading, I do feel as though it has a potential with this Ace of Swords on the bottom to take a complete new direction, like completely shock you. And so I do feel like right now it is on solid footing, and I do feel like if you don't give yourself a little bit of space to really sort your feelings out about all of this, when it switches that direction, it can float right out of your vibe, right? Like it will vibrate out of your existence almost. And so make sure that you're taking the time that you need to process your feelings and emotions over that. And when that shifts, you're ready to shift with that, right? When it's ready to go to the next level, you're ready to go to the next level, right? And so I feel that both of you guys do feel things deeply, and I feel that this could be a really good thing in terms of a deep connection. So I hope that this is a really great read for you here, Pisces, because I feel like it is. And if you're interested in your own personal reading, I'd love to be able to do that for you, because not all general readings can resonate for everybody. So if there's something that has resonated with you, please take that and leave the rest. And my website will be in the description box below if you're interested in booking your own personal reading, or you can hit me up at enchantedemeraldny@gmail.com, and I will be back with another read for you guys again soon. Thank you so much. Take care.